Hi, everyone. It's Heather, and it's cold and kind of, you guys see, isn't that cool? My friend Jennifer sent me that for my birthday in our newly remodeled bedroom where we have this fabulous fucking wallpaper and these pretty lights you can't see because they're bright. It's cold and it's dreary, and I don't feel like being in my office anymore. Um, and so most of you know, well, maybe I don't know, maybe you don't know, but I posted, I guess it was last week, and said that one of my commitments to myself, to my well-being, my sanity, my family is that I'm going to take Facebook off of my phone. And they've made it difficult to do that. Happy New Year, Derek. Happy New Year, everybody. They've made it difficult to do that because it's easy to use Facebook on your phone. It's actually a pain in the ass to go live on Facebook, like from the app, the desktop app. But I'm not putting it back on. So I'm still here. I'm still around and I'm going to say hi, but I'm just doing it during work hours and in limited time chunks. So, yeah, Derek, you did a good job. It told me who you were. It doesn't always do that. So the reason I'm using StreamYard to pop in and say hi to y'all, which is why my name is there and so fancy, is because Facebook makes it really difficult. But I really was inspired to come in and say hi and check in with everyone. And I wanted to share with you all my Create Brave card deck. You might remember back in April, May, my friend Rachel Swanson and I did a Kickstarter. So we dreamt up, in fact, so Rachel's also a client. And years ago, literally years ago, after she finished doing one-on-one coaching and then she joined the Intentionally Brave Entrepreneurs program, we were talking in passing. And I said, I really want to do a deck because we both love decks, tarot decks, affirmation decks, oracle decks. I was like, I want to do a deck. She's like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do a deck. Let's do a deck together. So we kind of like joked about it and talked about it for a long time. And then at the beginning of, when was it? The end of, do I have that right? Yeah, August, September of 2020, we were like, let's actually do this. Like, let's really do it. Let's create this deck. And we knew we went. So I'm the Brave Method coach. You guys know that. She is a creativity coach and she's so amazing and talented and fun. And she's artistic and our stuff complements really well, but also we challenge each other in really nice ways and bring out different nuances of coaching. And so we started working on it. We started by walking. We would walk once a week and we would talk about the concept for the cards. And then we created a list of words that we wanted to feature. And from the list of words that we wanted to feature, we started to think about what those cards meant to us. The lighting in here is really crazy. You guys, I don't have like scars all over my face or anything. It's just the lighting. The words we would want to feature and how we would want them to support people. And Rachel did all of the artwork. I'm literally going to show you all 48 cards just because I want to. So can hang out if you're not. It took us a whole year from concept to creation. It took an entire year. A Kickstarter that was amazing. That was the most stressful experience of my life. If any of you have done a Kickstarter, holy shit. It was also very exciting, but really overwhelming. And we spent all of our time for 30 solid days, like obsessed with what was happening. We did get a couple of awesome stretch goals, which included upgrading our box to this magnetic box. Look how cute it is. It says Great Brave right there. Because before that, we were going to do a 2-part box. And then the other, I think we hit 3. Is that right, Rachel? 3 different stretch goals. And then one of our other stretch goals, which everyone was really excited about, I don't know if you can see it, was to do glitter edges. Can you see the glitter edges? They're so pretty. I love the glitter edges. And then the third one was a workbook, which is coming. We didn't promise all of the items would be in until April. So we've got a little time. The cards took quite a journey. We had them printed by a designer, a printer in China, intentionally, because this is all they do. And we could not find a source that would work, that had such nice quality. These are so thick, like you can literally, I'm bending it right now and that's all it's doing. Rounded edges, edge painting, the glitter. They're so pretty and they're so nice. Look at the inside of the box. Isn't that beautiful? It says, I take action despite my fears. Isn't that lovely? It also comes with a guidebook. So this is where we spent hours and hours together taking each word. So each card, let's see, this one is crumbling. Can you guys see it? Crumbling. So let me find it. It's alphabetical in here. The names of all of our Kickstarter supporters at a certain level. We had a level that got their name in the book. So not all of them, because we had so many Kickstarting supporters. It was amazing. But let me find crumbling. I'm not going to read you every single one of these cards because that's crazy. But crumbling. So each card has its own unique, gorgeous artwork. A word to sort of be your word for the day or the week or however you want to pull it. Like, what does crumbling mean? And then a mantra. And it says, I accept that some things must fall apart. And then we have coaching guidance, because the Create Brave cards are like having two coaches in your pocket, which is really fun. So the coaching guidance for this one says, allowing what no longer serves us to wash away opens up space for new growth. Accepting and allowing these changes rather than fighting them will pave the way for new opportunities. As painful as it can be, sometimes things have to fall apart in order for us to see a new, stronger version that is meant for us. Not all foundations are built to last. If you feel the ground beneath you starting to shift, perhaps it's time to allow something to crumble in order to build new things. Allow this to be okay. Welcome the crumbling. Prioritize being open and willing to receive signs to let you know when it's time to let go. Imagine what remarkable things can be erected in this new glorious space. So crumbling, I actually really love this card. Like, sometimes things are going to fall apart, and we need to be self-aware enough and intentional enough to know when that's a good choice, when it's okay, when it's not worth fighting for, because what we can rebuild on it. Some things aren't meant to last, but that doesn't mean that they don't have value. It doesn't mean that they weren't there for a reason, that you shouldn't be grateful for them, that they didn't have an impact on your life, your business, your family, or whatever. I am somebody who is incredibly loyal, really very loyal. And that makes it sometimes hard for me to let things crumble, because I don't like to let go, especially if I've loved you or you've been important to me. Shift and change is really, really hard for me. So then also with each word, there is a Create Brave prompt, something you can go and do to try to get into motion with this idea of the card. And for crumbling, it says, find a fluid element like sand, water, or dirt. Scoop it into your hands and feel it release. As you let it go from your hands, be aware of what else you are releasing. What else are you willing to surrender, to let crumble? So yes. Let's see here. We have a nice little table of contents, so you can easily find each word, but they're in alphabetical order, so they're pretty easy to find anyway. Rachel and I did a little welcome on here, telling you how to use the guidebook, how you can use the cards. They're so pretty. Rachel did all of the artwork herself, and they're gorgeous. And so sometimes you might want to pull it if you have a beautiful space. So you want to just set it up and you can look at it and be inspired by the artwork. You can pull one a day. You could do a spread like you would do a tarot spread. So we've got all sorts of different ways that you can use the cards: journal writing, team goal setting. They're awesome for teams, especially if you have a creative team. Let's see here. I'm going to read our Kickstarters who were at the angel level or above, because they are featured in our book. And we could not have done this without these supporters who really gave so generously to make this happen. So it says, special thanks to everyone who supported us and helped make this deck possible, including but not limited to Douglas Swanson, Bahar Mala, Sandy and Arden Swanson, Bob and Susan Douglas, Karen Dempsey, Holly Middleton, Rebecca Qualiato, Cassie Portia. Did I get that right, Cassie? I'm sorry. Barbie Hall Varnes, Kristen Crawford, Spencer Baker, Nita Ward, the Baker family. That's Chrissy Baker, my sweet Chrissy. Jessica Ransom, Mary Jo Kreitzer, Heather Crabtree. Oh boy. I'm not going to get Marge Ostrashako. I'm not going to get that right. Clearly, it's a friend of Rachel's. Nicole Laskov, Jamie Fagan, Latiera Jackson and James Davis, Colleen Miller, Logan Kwan, Jade McEnroe, Elizabeth Weber, Angela Lacasio, Amy Sumar, Zarek Vishnil, Pamela Fries, Michelle Mellon Rogvan, Erica Latinas, Vicky Koo, Deirdre Rubnik, Bernadette Smith, and all of our Kickstart backers. It means so much to read their names. Okay, so these cards are no longer in any sort of order because I have shuffled and pulled, but I just want to show you the pictures and show you the cards. I want to tell you that you can get your own deck. We were able, with our Kickstarter money, we were able to order enough cards in this first shipment to ship out all of our backer cards, which was quite an amazing process. In fact, if you go to, it's probably in my archives, so you probably can't see it anymore, but we did a time-lapse video. It took us, I don't know, 5.5 hours to package them all and label them and get them shipped. And then we had plenty left over. And now, so we're selling them. So you can get them if you go to vickeryandco.com/store. You will see the cards. You'll also see my books, and I have also cool swag, all sorts of fun stuff. And you can get your own deck. The price includes domestic shipping. If you're local to me in the Forest Park, Oak Park, River Forest, Berwyn area, I will hand deliver them if you'd like. I can do that. But when they're gone, they're going to be gone. So if you want a set of these amazing decks, make sure you get one. vickeryandco.com/store. Here they are. Awaken. I remain open to what is being revealed. Believe. I love this card. I am transformed by possibility. Is that card gorgeous or what? They're all gorgeous. I'm going to say that every time. Authenticity. I am the most honest version of myself. Alignment. I can't read that one. The pieces of my life play in harmony. Some of them I can read from my computer screen and some of them I can't. Empowerment. I show up for myself and my needs. I am in charge. Grounded. I remain rooted. This is so pretty. I remain rooted and connected. Gratitude. I am surrounded by beauty and connected with all things. I recognize the gifts in my life. Brave. I take action despite my fears. Boundaries. I talked about boundaries today in my weekly live show, my Brave in Action weekly live show. I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to need it. I'm still drinking coffee today. You're awesome. Keep that shit up. It might be my third cup. Boundaries. I decide what limits are acceptable, and I confidently and powerfully ask for what I want. Celebration. I recognize and reward my achievements. This helps me grow. Experience. My senses are alive. I am present in each moment. So there are 48 cards. We were super intentional about that number. It was the number that kept coming up to us in numerology. I happen to be a double 4. So there you go. You might see a lot of my stuff in that 48 number range. Shift. I am not stuck. I can change my mind, my path, and my plan. Play. I infuse fun and joy into my daily routine. Such a playful card. Journey. I am in process. I trust that my path will be made clear. So, y'all, Rachel is super tech talented. She's done stop motion with these things and all sorts of videos, and I'm still working on them. But if we waited for me to be tech savvy to share these cards with you, then I wouldn't be able to share them with you for a long time. So I'm just doing this old school style, right? Old school style. Leap. I accept and embrace the unknown. Fail. There is a beautiful lesson in all experiences. Every failure is a chance to begin again. Focus. I let go of distractions and remain present. Forgiveness. I am willing to forgive myself and others. Forgiveness is freedom. Dreamscape. Ooh, I love this picture. And I have to tell you, Rachel and I went round and round on whether or not we were going to include this. Dreamscaping is something that she has not loved, but she found a way to embrace it. And I fucking love this card. Dreamscape. When I imagine my future, I turn it into reality. They're facing the wrong direction. What did I do here? Becoming. So this was actually a Kickstarter only card. It was a special card for our Kickstarter supporters. And it's not in the regular decks, although I will have some extras. So maybe if you're lucky, you can get one of these. There's Becoming and Well-Being. I'll show you. I am always in process and ever evolving. Becoming. Integrity. I lead with my values and they guide my path. Action. I say yes to taking the next step. Intention. I choose to understand the motivation for my choices. Rest. I take time to be still. Delegate. Love this card. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should do it all. Man, this is a thick card. Love it. Dance. I am in flow with my work and my life. I like this one so much. I like them all. Crumbling. I accept that some things must fall apart. Reassess. I set aside time to gather more information. This guides new action and direction. Trust. I believe that what is meant for me will find me. Reframe. I look at this situation from another point of view. Self-compassion. I allow space to be gentle and kind to myself. Lessons. I learn from each experience. Teach. I support others. I share my knowledge and skills. Growth. I am aware and intentional about how I expand. Honesty. I commit to speaking truth to myself and others. Well-being. This is one of our bonus cards too. I am comfortable, healthy, and happy. I love this card. Empathy. I feel the needs of others and it helps me guide and support them. Resilience. I continue to show up even when things are hard. Just a little note on resilience. We're not talking about the level of which you show up, even when things are hard. Just show up, even if it's just 1% worth of showing up. Clean house. It's time to take out the clutter, physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually in all the ways. Gathering. I naturally draw people, objects, and experiences that are meant to be in my life. Untether. Ooh, I like this one. I take a step back and remove myself from the outcome. Unravel. I choose to take things apart to create something better. So this is different than crumbling, because when something crumbles, it disappears. It's gone. Unraveling is intentionally taking something apart and deciding which parts you want to keep and which parts you want to get rid of. Imagine knitting. Creativity. I am alive with the creative energy of the universe. There are no rules. Communication. I embrace the opportunity for continual conversation. Community. I surround myself with people who desire my greatest good. Voice. I speak my truth and allow others to do the same. Accountability. I find people and systems that help me stay on task, dream big, and achieve greatness. Commitment. By showing up for myself and others, I build a firm foundation for success. Listen. I am present and I hear what is being spoken, and my heart and mind are open. And vulnerability. When I am my truest self, I unlock connection and creativity. So those are the Create Brave cards. They're beautiful. I love them. So if you counted, there were 50 of these, because there were 2 bonus cards for the Kickstarters. A normal set is 48 cards. Grab your deck right now. Visit vickeryandco.com/store, or if you just go to Vickery & Co and go to the shopping section, you can find them. I will get them shipped out to you right away. If you are U.S. domestic, the shipping is included. If you're not U.S. domestic, just reach out to me and I'll figure out what the shipping cost will be. I am going to, are you following me? Or are we hanging out on TikTok or not together yet? Are we? I hope so. I love TikTok. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Did not anticipate that in my life. On TikTok soon, where I pull Create Brave cards for people and I talk about them and I help people guide and source and manifest their next steps. So thanks for hanging out. I know, Derek, do you TikTok? Thanks for hanging out this whole time, sweetheart. I love you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, vickeryandco.com. You're staying. It's so addicting. It actually really is. I know how my kids are addicted now, because I'll be like, oh, I love to take baths. Like, that's a huge part of my relaxation process. And so I'll go, oh, I'm going to pop in the bathtub with a great book, which I love to read. I read 106 books last year, 7, 8. I don't know. I have to go to Goodreads, and I'm committed to reading at least 100 this year. And so I'm like, I'm going to get in the bathtub with a good book, but let me just check some TikTok first. And like an hour passes and I don't even know it. I don't even know why, but I have learned some things. I actually learned a lot about ADHD. I have a daughter with ADHD, and I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, and it's been great to see that. And also sometimes it just makes me laugh. I saw the funniest TikTok. I should send it to you, Derek. You should look at it. That 2022 is the year, is a booty call of a year. Very funny. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing these. If you like cards at all, please get a set. They are magical. Go to vickeryandco.com/store to get your own set. You are going to love them. I promise. They are so special. Rachel and I poured our whole heart and soul into them, and I'm so excited to be able to share them with you all now. So I'm going to go. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.